Imagine you're building a sandcastle while the tide is coming in. That was Eos Energy in 2024. Most analysts wrote them off as another green tech casualty. But fast forward to today, and they've just pulled off a 632% revenue leap. Is this a genuine industrial miracle, or are they just burning cash faster than a SpaceX rocket on re-entry? Today, we're opening the hood on Eos Energy's 2025 performance to see if they've actually fixed the hole in their pocket or if the crater just got deeper. Here's the dirty secret of the green revolution. Solar and wind are like that one friend who's great at parties but disappears when you actually need help moving. They're inconsistent. Lithium batteries can bridge the gap for a few hours, but after that, they're out of juice. The world needs long-duration storage, basically giant batteries that can power a city for half a day. This isn't just a niche, it's a multi-trillion-dollar must-have for the global grid. But let's be real. At the start of 2025, Eos's bank account looked like a student's after a weekend in Vegas. They had a going concern warning, which is CEO speak for, "We might be bankrupt by Tuesday." Their survival depended on a government loan that had more strings attached than a marionette. They had to hit impossible manufacturing goals while their profit margins were deeper in the red than a horror movie set. Then, the numbers dropped. $15 million in 2024 jumped to $114 million in 2025. That's like a local lemonade stand suddenly becoming a regional franchise overnight. This wasn't just selling more stuff, it was the moment Eos proved that people actually want to buy zinc batteries at scale. But as every consultant knows, revenue is vanity, profit is sanity. So how did they afford to grow this fast? The answer is Project AMAZE. This isn't just a fancy name, it's their automated production line. They managed to get their cycle time down to under 10 seconds. In the time it took you to listen to this sentence, they just built another battery module. By shifting from hand-built to robot-built, they've created a defensive moat that's harder to cross than a castle guarded by dragons. To fuel this, they raised $1.5 billion. That's enough to buy every person in a mid-sized city a high-end laptop. More importantly, they finally told the auditors to take back that going concern warning. Their balance sheet went from being a ticking time bomb to a war chest. They aren't just surviving anymore, they're shopping for market share. Why zinc? Because lithium batteries are like temperamental divas. They need expensive air conditioning, HVAC, and they have a nasty habit of catching fire if they get too stressed. Eos's zinc tech is the rugged outdoorsman of batteries. It works at 50 degrees Celsius without a fan and won't turn your power station into a bonfire. This saves utilities about 20% on upkeep costs right out of the gate. And here comes the biggest catalyst, AI. ChatGPT and its cousins are energy vampires. Data centers are popping up everywhere, but they can't use lithium because of fire codes in cities. Eos's batteries are so safe you could practically put them in a basement under a skyscraper. They offer 4 times the energy density in the same footprint. For big tech, that's a shut up and take my money proposition. Uncle Sam is also chipping in. Thanks to the Inflation Reduction Act, Eos gets a tax coupon for every battery they make in the US. We're talking $21 million in credits just for 2025. It's basically the government paying them to learn how to be profitable. Without this, the climb would be a lot steeper. But with it, they have a tailwind that rivals a hurricane. A company is only as good as its captains. Eos swapped out the scientists for industrial veterans. They brought in guys from the biggest utilities in America, people who know exactly how to sell to the old guard of the energy world. It's the difference between a garage band and a symphonic orchestra. Okay, let's bring it back to Earth. Eos is still losing money. Their COGS, basically what it costs to make the batteries, is still higher than what they sell them for. They're like a chef who spends $20 on ingredients to sell a $10 burger. They also have one customer providing half their revenue. If that customer walks away, Eos has a massive problem. The clock is ticking to get that burger cost down to $5. Where do they sit in the playground? Lithium is for your phone and your Tesla. Vanadium is for massive projects that stay still for 20 years. Eos is in the Goldilocks zone, safe, simple, and perfect for the 4 to 12 hour window that cities actually need. They aren't trying to beat Tesla at cars, they're trying to beat them at the power grid. The next 24 months are do or die. They need to hit 8 gigawatt hours of capacity. That's enough to power roughly 6 million homes for an hour. If they hit positive gross margins by late 2026, the skeptics will finally have to go quiet. This is a roadmap for an empire, but there are no pit stops allowed. So the verdict? Eos has officially cleared the valley of death. They have the cash, they have the robots, and they have the customers. The science experiment is over. The industrial race has begun. Whether you're an investor or just a tech fan, EOSE is no longer a gamble on if it works. It's a bet on how fast they can build it. Thanks for riding along on this deep dive. If you want the full-page data pack behind these slides, head over to HDINresearch.com or drop us an email at sales@HDINresearch.com. We do the math so you don't have to. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more MBB-level audits. I'll see you in the next one.